Hello, Betfred YouTubers and Facebook fans, TikTok fans, wherever you might be watching this from. Today, I went into the Betfred offices and I looked for the man behind the Betfred. Is it the speed bet list?
Yes, it's Sports Quick Bet List.
You see?
Sports Quick Bet List.
So for our in-store customers, they know definitely what we're talking about. And this is the man who prepares that list on a daily basis, making sure that you have yourself a book a bet code to make your experience a lot faster. Today I got him in so we can have some expert opinion on the games that are coming up for tonight. Obviously, I'll keep a close eye on the sporting stats and make sure that you have everything you need when it comes to navigating the website and seeing where you can find the stats. My name is Mo, and I like to call him Mr. E.
Yeah. How's it, my man?
I'm fantastic.
Thanks
and
for
yourself?
having me in your show. You're having a great show. You're doing a great job.
I'm happy to have you here. It's nice to have someone who actually deals with these things and can actually advise people who are watching at home on how you go through your process of looking up the favorites, the underdogs, your draws, and also how you make your top 10 list that the one I find in stores over the weekend. So let's start off with the big games. Obviously, Ahly versus Mamelodi Sundowns is where everybody's going to be paying their attention to.
Be one big game over the weekend. I think it's going to be the highlight for this weekend.
Yes.
Ahly coming to Zanzi.
Yes.
You know what? I might not tell you what the result is going to be like, but we're going to see this celebration. You know? Yeah, man. It's going to be happening in Pretoria tomorrow. Yeah.
So when it comes to a game of that magnitude, obviously Mamelodi Sundowns are going 19 games unbeaten now.
Yeah.
And if they manage to pick up a result in this game again, they're going to go now from 19 games unbeaten. They're going to go all the way to 20 games unbeaten. Do you think that we'll see a reflection of the first leg where it's going to be a 1-1 draw, or we're going to see a Mamelodi Sundowns win?
I think it's going to be a Mamelodi Sundowns win because Ahly are bad travellers. And tomorrow, definitely Mamelodi Sundowns is going to win. Goals coming from Kesias Mailula.
Okay.
And my main man, Shalulile. Yeah. So I think those will be the two scorers for.
Orlando Pirates, they're also in action this weekend.
Yeah, Orlando Pirates is playing against Vhenda FA.
Yes.
I would like to think Orlando Pirates might take this one, but it's not going to be an easy walk in the park for the simple reason being that we have seen Dondol, I think it's Dondol FC, knocking out Super Sport, and they also knocked out Amazulu.
Yes.
And Amazulu has got all that experience from CAF from last year, and I think it's a star-studded side.
Of course.
But they managed to knock it out. So I think this is a team that will want to emulate Dondol, so that they can go through. So it's not going to be an easy park it's not going to be an easy walk in the park for Orlando Pirates, but I will give it to Orlando Pirates.
So you'll give this one to Orlando Pirates?
Yes, definitely. Straight win, Orlando Pirates.
Let's move on to talk about some international football. Obviously, you watch the Premier League as well. And I know as a fan of the Premier League, you can't skip Chelsea. The men in blue is one of the teams that you always want to include in your matches. Their performances lately have not been at the best. I mean, they went into the Champions League and came out with the results. But many are arguing about the penalty. You know, was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? That is not the debate. The debate is actually, was it a retake? And as much as we've looked at the laws do justify what happened, but many of the fans are not happy with what they saw on the day. They feel like Chelsea were given a leg up to go through in the competition. So give me your thoughts around this game, Leicester City versus Chelsea, taking place tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I think Chelsea is going to take this one, and yet again, I don't think it's going to be easy. It has proven that most of the big teams, when they go to Leicester, they don't come out with the required result.
Yes.
So it might be Chelsea win by a very small margin, maybe 1-0.
Yes.
1-0. Yeah. And remember, they're coming from the Champions League where they knocked out Borussia Dortmund. So I think the energy levels are very low right now, although they're excited. You know. So that might give Leicester a chance to maybe try and prove themselves or win the game. But Chelsea will win 1-0. So it's going to be a low-scoring margin.
But let's move on and talk about French football. Obviously, one of the leagues that many people don't actually like talking about because they feel like it's a one-horse race. They think it's a farmers' league. But if they look at the history, PSG stand a chance to make history this season. They are about to pick up their 11th Ligue 1 title, which will take them a 1 Ligue 1 title above Saint Etienne. Actually, when I did the research, and I did the research about the history of Paris Saint-Germain and also French football, it was very shocking for me that the team in green and white stripes were the team that held the record for the most titles. And people actually don't know much about it, but the team that won, I think it was Lille that won the French Ligue 1. They were the team that delayed Paris Saint-Germain from actually becoming joint level on 10 Ligue 1 titles, but they stand a chance to actually make some history and pick up the 11th title. Your thoughts on them having also been knocked out of the Champions League?
Well, I think that's the next best thing that they can do right now after being knocked out of the Champions League. You know, it's a star-studded team. They've got a very, very big investment in terms of personnel up front. We've got Mbappe, we've got Neymar, we've got the little magician, Messi, up front. Can do magic.
But okay, why does it not work in the Champions League?
You see, but I've been analyzing them over the past few games. I think at a higher level, they play as a group of individuals. But when it comes to the PSL, remember, yes, you see, the stakes are not that high. Nobody wants to prove themselves the way they would prove themselves in the Champions League. So they are forced to play as a team because at the end of the season, there's the championship to be won. But when they come across with the bigger teams in the championship, now Messi wants to be the big guy, the one who makes the things happen. Mbappe wants to do the same thing. You know, so I think their form is not translating from the PSL to the Champions League. I think they need to work on that.
There was a big consensus that maybe it's time for Kylian Mbappe to leave the club, because many were saying that, look, he arrived as a youngster, he's done everything he could do at the club, the Champions League is not arriving, and the years are going. You know, he's not getting any younger. Should he not consider maybe a move away from Paris Saint-Germain, maybe to Real Madrid, or maybe Juventus, or maybe Bayern Munich, or even Manchester City?
I think so as well. History has shown that most of the very good players, when they spend a lot of time in their mother club, nothing seems to be happening. But they go on to another big club elsewhere, fresh ideas, and a brand new coach, fresh type of play that you have to adjust to. You know, things might happen.
So you think it's a fair reflection? I mean, I do get that people are becoming impatient with Paris Saint-Germain, but we should also consider how young they are in the context of football. In terms of, they were only formulated in the previous century when Paris FC and Saint-Germain came together and became Paris Saint-Germain. So it has to be said that they're still young in the context of this conversation. And if you look at French football itself, they're also still not the best in terms of competing at the top flight of European football. I mean, when you look at the last winners of the UEFA Champions League that come out of France was Olympique de Marseille, and that came after some controversial, a very controversial Champions League title there. So they are trying to break not just a club curse, but they're trying to break a league curse as well. And even with all this talent on the pitch, I heard someone arguing that they don't have a midfield that feeds those forwards.
You see, that's where the problem is. As I mentioned earlier on, that they are can I say a multi-billion? They've got a multi-billion rand up front. Or number of multi-billion. If you take all the individual strikers in front of them, if you look at their net worth, they're close to $1 billion. That's a lot of money that has been invested into the front three, or with the midfielders as well. So if you make such an investment, you now want a return, and the return is not coming. You know, so people are asking, so what is the problem? Where is the problem? Is it that they're not getting the balls? Don't they have the right people in the midfield? What exactly is happening? But people, you know, supporters, fans, they always want results. Whatever happens behind closed doors in your boardrooms and the club or whatever, they don't care about that. They just want the results. So it's unfortunate nothing has been coming, despite the investment that has been made in bringing in Messi, Neymar. Now you've got Mbappe, who's always been there. So in any given match, I would expect no less than 3 goals from the front three at a given time.
But it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Mr. E, you going with Paris Saint-Germain for a straight up win?
I'll give them a straight win.
But not least in your favorites bet list, we're going to go with Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Yeah, I think Real Madrid will take this one. It's going to be a straight win. I'll give them a straight win.
You're going to go give them a straight win?
Yes.
So with Real Madrid, not much to be said, obviously. I just want to ask you, with the game as big as Liverpool coming up on the weekend, I know a lot of people will say that, no, but to be honest, Real Madrid have this thing covered. You know, they beat Liverpool by 5 goals to 2.
Yeah.
But if you look at the deficit, it's 3 goals.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same situation that Barcelona had going into the second leg of their match against Liverpool, and they lost after a couple of goals from Origi, 2 goals from Origi. And, all I'm saying is, it's possible. Liverpool have done it before. We've seen them do it before. Yeah. Liverpool is very historically known for magical nights. We saw them do it in 2005 against AC Milan. We saw them do it against Olympiacos in the Champions League. They did it against Barcelona. Can they do it again against Real Madrid with this 3-goal deficit?
I think it's possible. Remember, soccer is a game of 90 minutes. Yes. In those 90 minutes, you can score as many goals as you want, depending on how accurate and how lethal your strike force is. So now the deficit is 3 goals. If they score 3 goals, then it's game on. It's game on.
Well, if they do score 3 goals, and the reason I'm asking this question, obviously, you have to consider that Real Madrid are in action tomorrow. Liverpool are also in action over the weekend. They'll both be 1 foot off the gas, wondering, I can't put on my best squad, I can't play all my players. I've actually been watching Real Madrid in recent times, and for about 4 matches now, you haven't seen the combination of Toni Kroos and Modric starting together. It's either been Tchouameni or Camavinga starting alongside Toni Kroos and Modric. So do you think they'll take a little bit of the foot off the gas when it comes to this match, or they want to go full throttle as usual?
No, they wouldn't go full throttle because they've got the other eye that they have is in the next game, which is against Liverpool. So they will only play to fulfill the fixture and take 3 points. But it won't be a game whereby they're going full throttle. Yeah.
All right, so those are the games we were talking about. That is your favorites Betslip. You can pick it up in store when you walk in. Just ask for the. You say this?
We've got the pre-book bet, which is what we've just done right now with 5 games.
And then we have the speed bet.
And then we've got the speed bet, so you just need to tick, and it's quite nice and fast.
All right, so that's what we leave it with that.